This is an update video from my everyday carry backpack. I've changed a few items as well as changed the backpack itself. So I thought I'd show you guys some of the changes that I've made for my everyday carry / go to town bag. So first and foremost, there's my headband here. I also got this nice bandana here with a nice skull design. I like skull designs, I don't know why, but I just do. They work good for the hot weather as well as, covering my face during some of those cooler temperatures. And the skull mask, well, I just like skulls, so there you go. This is a Spyderco knife. It's really awesome. I really like it. Of course, you've seen this in a video a couple months back. I've actually got about 4 of this now. I've actually written on the side of the headband EDC, so that way I know which ones are which. I gotta start doing that to all my other headlamps as well, so that way I'll know which headlamps came from which bag. Because I got a couple of these, they're all exactly the same, but I gotta label them. I also got some off spray here. There's a can opener, nail clipper. The nail clipper, aside from the obvious intended use, I can also use the file to make some wood shavings or starting a fire if I so need to. Also, the nail clipper works for popping small blisters, and that's what I like doing instead of using a knife, because a knife you can always stab yourself and it hurts. I hate that. Got some toilet paper here for obvious uses. I got my binoculars. I got a Life Straw water filter here. I really love this filter. I like carrying it around for the sake of when I'm out and about. Moving on, I got my Esbit pocket stove here. This one here is new. I actually made the modifications to the stove itself, so that way I can convert it into a twig burning stove. As you can see, the edges right here are shaved down a little bit, so that way it allows for a maximum amount of twigs to be stuck in here. I also have some support braces to go across the ends here, and they're inside this bag here. It's my little fire making kit. I don't carry a ferro rod or anything like that, or matches in there. It's just mostly just Bic lighters. I got 2 in there, and one of them's stuck right here. Obviously, I got a nice roll of Gorilla duct tape. I carry one of these rolls in just about every single backpack I have. Very useful for repairs as well as for making fire as a last-ditch effort. I also got nice glow sticks there on a carabiner. There's 4 of them there for lighting purposes in case my flashlights die, or if I'm going to be underground, subway, if power goes out. Highly unlikely it ever happens, but there's always potential for those kinds of things, or power goes out in the city or anything like that. I also got spare batteries there for the headlamp. I've also got this one's flashlight here. This is my multi-tool sidekick from Leatherman. I've actually got 2 of this, so this is one, the other is an EDC. Then of course I got a little notepad for whatever notes I need. I got a pen and a marker there for obviously just for jotting down notes if I needed to. Moving on, I got my little bits of coffee. I also got some coffee in here. There's an OXO in there. The OXO is more for the sake of Mr. Noodles, because most of the Mr. Noodles packets that I have right now are the spicy ones, and I'm not overly fond of them, so I'll take one of these OXO chicken flavored ones and I'll replace that with the spicy one, so that way I like the chicken flavored one. Got the lid right here from Stanley cook set, but obviously I don't have a Stanley cook, sorry, kind of gunking up my words this evening. I don't have the pot for this anymore. So here's my water bottle, Nalgene 1 liter water. This is the GSI stainless steel pot. This is the extended version, and the lid of course fits with this perfectly. I also have my hammock. I don't always carry the hammock, but the last 2 times I carried this backpack I've had the hammock and I've been using it. So hammock's always great for relaxation, sleeping, having power naps and whatnot, and it's also nice on those rainy days where you can just be able to sit down somewhere and not get your butt wet. Cooler temperatures are on the way, so I got a pair of work gloves here, which I'm going to talk about shortly with some other stuff that I got here. I got some fingerless wool gloves, nice scarf, the little green bag underneath puts all this together. For emergency purposes, I got an emergency blanket, of course. There's the spicy Mr. Noodles there that I switched the OXO with, this one here. And I also got some food here in case of emergency. if I happen to have an unexpected overnight or possibly something of the sort, or unexpected camp out for emergency purpose. Got some food with there. There's 2 Alpine pouches here, both of which are the same one. They're creamy potato cheddar soup, and that's one of my favorite ones from Alpine. I don't use the military MREs anymore. It's the reason why I got a new backpack, which I'm going to discuss in a second. These last couple items here, I'm going to show you, I do not always carry this with me. First and foremost, this is rope, paracord, and tent stakes, and that's for the tarp. My tarp is actually outside drying right now because I was using it a few days ago and it got some wetness to it. So this is just, if I'm going to be out somewhere for the entire day and I decide I want to stop, rest, get some shade, or at least get some dry, excuse me, if I need to, put out the tarp, stay dry, for example, when it's raining, and I can't go indoors for that. That's what it comes down to. These last couple items here, I do not carry around with me all the time. I got myself a good, high quality, pretty good, decent, high quality dust mask. These are the filters for it. I've been getting into exploring abandoned buildings again. So I decided I'd just carry a dust mask, and at least this one here I got for free. There's ones that have the really big pinkish, purplish filter canisters that are attached onto it. I hear are really good for it. Again, this one here I got for free. It's pretty good for welders and stuff like that, so I'd imagine it should work for abandoned buildings just fine. I also got some safety glasses here, and this is just the case for the glasses, so that way I don't ruin them. And now for the backpack itself. As you can see, it's obviously not a military style backpack like I used to have before. What happened was that I wasn't using my other backpack very much, so I actually stuck it in storage for a while because there was a time where I wasn't going down in town, going in the city and stuff like that for a while. So what I've done is I put it in storage, and I didn't realize it was that one of the military MRE pouches punctured, leaked, and then because of the fact I guess I don't have a very good sense of smell, it just kind of grew some bacteria inside the pocket that it was in, and it was in my backpack, and it was just gross, it smelled, and I just decided, you know what, I'm not going to bother with this. Just tossed it in the garbage, pulled out what I needed, and tossed the rest in the garbage, and I just didn't want anything to do with it. So this backpack is actually from Staples. It's sort of like a laptop office desk backpack, whatever. So it's from Targus is the company name. I really like the fact that it's got this nice flap here. It covers most of the pouches so that if I wanted to, I can add a blanket or something like that and just put it underneath here. The buckles strap up on each side here. This is a climbing carabiner, by the way. And it's got more pouches than my old backpack did, and it holds more stuff than my old backpack did, and it's obviously a lot more bigger. And especially I love the fact that these nice little mesh pockets on the side, my Esbit pocket stove, after I use it, it's all soot covered. I just put it in one of these pockets on the side and not even have to worry about getting the backpack dirty. Also on the other side here, as you can see, first and foremost, I've got a compass here. Of course, you're in the city. Like, how often are you really going to need a compass? But if you're like me and in the city and you're not really sure which way you're going and you're not sure which direction you're going, it's nice to have a compass around, especially on those cloudy days where you can't see the sun and you can't really give an idea of which way you're heading in unfamiliar areas, because I usually take the subway all the time. And then of course there's just an emergency whistle. It's just an emergency thing, So I'd show you the inside of the backpack, but I don't have much time left here. But I can assure you it's a pretty cool backpack. It's got some nice, it's got the primary pouch, you got your side pouch. There's a pouch right here. On the flap itself, there's a nice little quick, easy access pouch right there. The nice pouches on the side. It's really a nice backpack. I really love it. I've had this for roughly about a month and a half now. It's been doing pretty well for me. So anyways, this is my updated everyday carry backpack with all the gear that I carry in it right now. There's a few items here that are missing, batteries mostly, spare change, as well as my subway riding card. They don't do tokens no more. Anyways, this is Greenhat-Redbeard Adventures, and I'll see you around till next time.